Songwriting with Soldiers. Now, when I saw that, I thought, my goodness, what is that? And why is Mary Jed's going to tell us all about it. And we also have a veteran with us. She's been in a couple of countries that aren't on most people's itinerary. You've been to Korea and Iraq. We're going to find out more about that and how songwriting has perhaps how she's worked with that. Tell us about it. What a great idea.
Thank you. It's
music is so it soothes the soul, doesn't it?
It does, and Darden Smith. The program was founded by Darden Smith, who's an old friend of mine, a songwriter from Austin, Texas. And Darden and I pooled our skills and our passions to create this program that partners veterans, active duty service members from all branches with professional songwriters from Austin, Nashville, Los Angeles, New York, to collaborate on songs that are based on their experiences. So it's very unique, and in the fact that the stories come from these service members, and some of them have musical interests, but most of them have no experience in it and are simply brought together to sit down, share stories, and then the songwriters pull out the mastery of their craft and tinker. And
you brought some photos. Could we go through the photos, because I found them to be quite interesting, and perhaps there's a story behind each one of them.
Yeah, this first, we hold weekend retreats and day workshops, and we pair between 8 to 12 veterans. Sometimes their spouses come, or partners, and 3 to 4 professional songwriters. So what you're seeing here are the different songwriting sessions. Sometimes it'll be 1 or 2 songwriters and 1 veteran. Sometimes it's a different group. And we've held, this is from the Carey Center in Rensselaerville. Greg Trooper's right there working with Ernest Johnson, who's a soldier from Connecticut. They, at the end of our retreats, we pull everyone together, and we have a really moving final ceremony where we take turns. Each person goes around and offers a highlight from the weekend. So, you know, it can be a pretty intense songwriting session. Some of the songs are digging really deep into experiences that they've had, and so we always like to end with a series of what went well over the weekend to really send people off with the positive highlights. This right here is an example of, we end with a final performance where all the songs written throughout the weekend are performed. This was the Rensselaerville retreat last August, and we had 17 songs written
17
in one weekend. It was incredible.
You brought an album. Tell us about the album.
This is actually the CD of the songs written during the August retreat, and the songwriters were Darden Smith, Beth Nielsen Chapman, who's written hits like This Kiss for Faith Hill. We use top-notch songwriters, Greg Trooper from Brooklyn and Gary Nicholson, another Grammy-winning songwriter. So all 17 songs are on that. You can download our music from our website for donations. You can get the whole CDs. One of our extraordinary soldiers right here was a songwriter on that.
Rebecca into this, because I guess what I'd like to know from you, Rebecca, is how did this affect you?
Sure. So as a soldier, as a military police officer serving, as you said, in Iraq and Korea, and immediately afterwards transitioned to a new career after I got out of the Army. And as a veteran, you know, life comes at you fast, and you don't always have time to stop and reflect on these things. And even someone who may be completely normal and functional and have no obvious issues still needs time to work through a lot of these issues. And I personally had never had the chance to sit and really take the time to do that. So when I was offered this opportunity, it was actually a chance to come to my hometown, in fact, which was very meaningful to me personally, and reflect upon some of my experiences with other soldiers. It helps you kind of work through emotionally some of the things maybe you never paused to do. For me personally, I was able to take time to think about some of the beautiful things in life that I appreciate now, and that I've come to appreciate even more given some of the less beautiful things that you get exposed to in combat zones.
Life-changing experience what you went through.
Yeah, and so I'm blessed. My husband and I have a 2-year-old daughter at home, and I really took the time to reflect upon all the beautiful things in life I would like to give her, and you know, contrast that with some of the experiences that I had. And a fellow soldier who was in the Air Force, a famous photographer now, was one of the co-writers with me on that song. And she was able to help talk to me about her experiences, Stacey Pearsall, and really help say, well, listen, you're not the only one who's felt that way or gone through that, which helped me to really consider it more deeply. And I think it's very helpful. I encourage other veterans to consider being parts of programs like this. Again, you don't have to have a problem per se. It's something that can help anyone to deal with these really tough, life-changing issues that you have to face. Life and death isn't something people face every day.
No, you don't face it every day. And I mean, when you look at being in the military, first of all, it's a bonding of group of people. I mean, that's life altering because we don't usually live that way.
Right.
I mean, we don't come together with a group of people that we don't know and maybe we'll never see again at some point because they'll go their different ways. That's really, to me, would be the first thing that would be a change in you. And that's something you want to talk about, maybe. What is it like to do that?
Yeah, you do share a bond with fellow service members. And, of course, you have people that you keep in touch with who may have been in your unit and who are close with you. But they're not necessarily people you interact with every day. I'm lucky enough that my husband is also a veteran, so it's easy for us to talk about these things. But not everyone's that lucky. Sometimes you don't have that resource in your family. Sometimes you're the only person in your family that's served. And then having those fellow soldiers to talk with about those similar experiences. One of the soldiers at our retreat who came back as a volunteer was a fellow military police officer, and I was able to really connect with him. He co-wrote some songs with me, AJ Merrifield, and Katie McDowell, who also wrote some songs with us, which you can hear on the website, as Mary mentioned. And we were able to really share with each other a lot of those same emotions, experiences about losing comrades in arms, driving down a road and not know if you're going to make it to the end of it.
Yeah, the incendiary devices, yeah.
Just
oh, good. You got music? Good. I
yeah,
didn't realize they had it.
So the music clip is about my experience, but again, all these songs may resonate with people for different reasons, and this was just about my experience.
Are you playing some right now? I can't. Yeah, please.
There were waterfalls, there were trees to climb, moons and suns to rise and fall in perfect time. There were unicorns, there were fairy queens. I grew up in a place where it was safe to dream. All these things I want to pass along to you. All these things every child would want to do. There was mortar fire, there were bombs that fell, there were endless nights of living through a burning hell. There were soldiers' cries, there was broken trust, there were friends that disappeared in a cloud of dust. All these things no child should have to face.
Pictures of each other, the lyrics to the songs, so that it's a real nice remembrance piece for them. We are considering putting it on our website for sale. We're trying to become a sustainable organization.
That's the way you're a nonprofit,
we're open,
so we know what that's like, right?
Yeah.
I want to thank you both for being here and for telling your story, Rebecca. Very, very touched my heart. So
thank you, and hopefully it'll get the word out to other veterans who might be interested.
Right, and Mary Judd, she's the executive director. We're going to take a quick break and go to their website and listen to some of this, and perhaps you can even get one of the discs as well.